G'day kids, Ozzie here. Now just before we get stuck into today's episode, if you haven't seen it already, our merchandise is now live on our website, aussieforkids.com, where you can get all of your favourite Aussie items, like the Aussie hat, made especially for kids' heads, or the mini replica Aussie tee. How cool is that? All for our mini Aussie fans. And if you love Aussie that much, you can even get 3 things in a combo: a hat, a shirt, and a sweatband, all on our website. But one of my favourite items is this one, the Aussie socks, with this little touch here. Stay keen, kids, as always. Available right now on our website, aussieforkids.com. In the meantime, kids, enjoy this episode and stay keen.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie. G'day Ozzie.
G'day kids, Ozzie here. Today we've come along to Canberra Reptile Zoo and we're going to learn all about these guys here. That's right, today's episode is all about crocodiles. Now they've got a few different types inside. They've got a big one named Charlie. They've also got some smaller crocs and I'm going to get a chance to hold one. Yes, that's right kids, that's what I said. Ozzie is going to hold a crocodile. I'm a little bit nervous of course, but I'm also super excited. I can't wait to get inside. So come on, let's snap to it. All right kids, so I've come inside and look what I've found straight away. This is Charlie, and Charlie is the big croc that lives here. But guess who else I've found? I've found Peter. Peter,
Hi,
thanks
mate.
for having us.
That's right, you're welcome. How you going?
I'm very good. Now Peter runs the place here at Canberra Reptile Zoo.
Well, actually, I have to correct you on that. The animals actually run the place here. I just run around making sure they don't run us, that's all.
Very good, very good. So Peter is the man to talk to when it comes to crocs. So I did mention his name, Charlie.
Charlie.
Why Charlie?
Well, actually, we inherited Charlie and he came with his name and everything else. So
Okay.
Charlie is, when he came to us, he was an 8-year-old saltwater crocodile that was an ex-educational crocodile and looking for a permanent home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So he was 8 when you got him. How old is he now?
Yes, he was. Oh, he'd be 18 now. So, and he's grown considerably more than when we got him. When we got him, I remember a photograph of me holding him in my hands. I can't do that now. He's well over 100 kilos now, so a lot heavier than me, and definitely not something I'd go picking up.
Yeah, I don't imagine
No.
you'd want to get too close to Charlie.
No, definitely not. Charlie is you said before, is a saltwater crocodile.
Yeah.
I would say probably one of the most dangerous reptiles we have in Australia.
Okay.
Not because they cause the most amount of injuries or death or anything, but because I believe they're one of the very few animals, or probably the only animal we have that would actively try to eat a person.
Wow.
So most reptiles, snakes, people could be afraid of them, and snakes usually fight and bite defensively. Crocodiles know what you are and they don't care.
Okay.
You know,
they
your
just
food.
they just like
Oh,
meat.
Yeah, very
And
much
the
so.
person is meat.
Yes, we are, and they're not afraid of us.
Absolutely.
No, they're not
I
afraid
don't
of
imagine
us.
they would be. I mean, look at that that scary snout and those sharp teeth. And I imagine they'd need those teeth to rip through those big chunks of meat that you feed them.
Very much so. One of the interesting things about crocodiles people don't realise is they're not very good at chewing, actually. So when it comes to eating, they don't come up to their food and usually go chomp, 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 chomp and chew through their food.
Right.
They normally grab their food. If it's small enough, their jaw is so powerful, they'll crush it. So for him, it might be a chicken. He'll just crush it down small enough to swallow it whole. If it's big, then what he'll actually do is he'll grab that thing and he'll actually take a chunk by using his body weight. So he'll grab it and he'll actually shake or roll.
Right.
So, and that's why they need those teeth, because while they're grabbing food and they're frantically shaking away, they're often losing teeth.
Wow.
And they have to grow back, otherwise these guys end up, again, not being able to eat, basically.
Right. Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
You mentioned chicken.
Yes,
they
I did.
obviously love a bit of chicken.
They
What
do
else?
love their chicken.
What else?
Well, they're carnivorous, and they basically target things that are easy for them to eat. So as they go through their life cycle, their diet changes. So when they're young, they tend to eat fish and frogs and small lizards, and As they get bigger, they move on to larger food items, including each other.
Right.
And they will also move on to eating smaller or bigger fish, and then a large saltwater crocodile could crush a turtle.
Wow.
A smaller one couldn't.
Okay.
Eventually, when they're fully grown, or when they get to about the size of Charlie here, pretty much everything's fair game.
Okay.
Wallabies, kangaroos. But they don't like to expel a lot of energy chasing their food.
A bit lazy.
So, yeah,
Lazy
they're very
characters.
lazy.
Okay.
Very lazy, because if they overexert themselves, they can actually get sick from that.
Right.
So when they hunt, they generally do it very quietly and very slowly.
Okay.
So they tend to target food that necessarily doesn't realise they're coming.
Okay.
That's why, even though I said they can eat people, they generally don't.
Right.
As
That's
humans,
a good thing to know.
Yeah, as humans, we know that logs shouldn't have eyeballs.
Right.
So when we see a log floating towards us with an eyeball against the current, we don't generally stand around there and poke it.
get out of it.
But having said that, they are very, very cunning when it comes to hunting, and their entire body is designed to conceal themselves underwater.
Yeah, right.
So when you're living in the north of Australia, because that's really the only place you've got to worry about them.
Okay.
You do have to be what they call croc wise, and that's where you've got to be aware of where they live and you stay away from those areas. And normally there are big warning signs.
Okay.
So they tell you a lot of that when you go into northern parts of Australia
Okay.
about being croc wise.
So I know that you do have some other crocs here.
Yes,
some
I do.
smaller crocs.
Yes, definitely.
Now,
Yeah.
speaking of some of those smaller crocs,
Yes.
should we go and have a look at some of them?
Absolutely,
and check them out?
yeah, definitely.
Maybe even get the chance to hold one.
Yeah, you sure can. I've got a couple here. We got one called Chopper.
Chopper.
So, yeah, Chopper, and he's pretty easy going, but I will say we have a special technique for keeping you safe.
That's a good thing, because with a name like Chopper, I want to make sure I leave here with all my 10 fingers and toes.
And he's earned that name too. So,
All right, let's go check him out.
yeah, we'll do that. No worries.
All right, kids. Now, Peter has just gone and got this little baby crocodile here. Now, I believe this is called Chopper.
This is Chopper.
All right. And is this the one that I'm going to hold?
Yep, you sure are.
Now, should I be nervous?
Well, he just seemed to be looking at you pretty hungry, actually. But no, I think you'll be okay, because I'm pretty safe you don't fit inside his stomach. And as I was saying earlier, they're not very good at chewing their food, so you're probably a little bit too big to be on the menu.
Okay.
And if he was to grab you and start trying to take a bite, he would just look like he was line dancing or something like that. So not really effective at this age.
Fantastic. Well, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so what we're going to do is to let you hold this crocodile safely. I'm just going to teach you something about them very quickly. They obviously do have a very powerful jaw, all right? And he can give you a pretty nasty bite. At this age, he can't eat you, or you won't even lose a finger, but he can give you a nip, all right? Which is funny for us and everybody watching, but probably not for you.
Not so funny for me,
So
Peter.
basically, his jaw is very, very long, and it comes all the way back to about here somewhere. Okay? So even though his mouth looks like it ends here, his jaw's here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to hold his mouth closed like that. So it doesn't look like I'm holding his mouth, but I actually am. And because all of the strength in their jaw is designed to close that mouth, and faster than you can blink your eye, there's not a lot of design put into reopening it again. Right. So when you hold it like that, it takes 2 fingers to hold a crocodile.
Wow.
Probably even do that with the bigger crocodile. It's just that while you're holding him, he would shake and you wouldn't be able to hold on to the crocodile.
Fair enough.
This one's a bit easier. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to turn him around and give you a chance to have a bit of a touch. So you can rest your hand underneath there if you like. It's beautiful, isn't he? Underneath, we describe it as feeling like a marshmallow. It's very, very soft.
Very soft.
Isn't it? And I can tell you the big one feels like that too. And all you do then is just put one hand up under his front legs here. There you go. And you're just holding him. There you are.
Look at that.
So this is also a crocodile which is very, very used to this type of work.
Okay.
All of our animals here are handled on a daily basis. We have quite a few of them, so we can rotate them. And they're very calm and relaxed because they know what's happening.
Yeah.
So if you were to do this with a wild crocodile, it would never sit that
Well,
still.
I can tell you now, Peter, I will not try this with a wild crocodile. I can only do this because I trust you, and I know that I'm very safe. But hey, kids, he is very calm. Surprisingly, I'm very calm, which is a good thing.
Yes.
And you can see that he's very relaxed. He's way softer than I expected.
Yes, they do. They
Peter,
feel
he's
really
a bit
lovely.
like a marshmallow under there, although
They feel like a really expensive handbag.
a really expensive handbag or a marshmallow, neither of which I enjoy much of.
Now, these guys are, this one's only quite young, and in fact the scariest thing that this crocodile would do doesn't involve his teeth, it involves his ability to make a sound.
Okay.
So when these younger crocodiles are afraid, they'll actually make a sound, which is a lot worse to hear in the Australian outback than it is here. It's quite cute, because that's actually how they call their mum.
Right.
So when a baby croc starts going, they're actually going, mum, 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 when they're calling for help.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be his mum. It can be any female saltwater croc in the region. When they make that distress call, the females come to their aid.
Okay.
They kind of have to, because even though they're going to grow to be one of the biggest and most dangerous reptiles that we know here in Australia, I think on average they say only about 1 out of every 70 crocodiles born will make it to adulthood.
Very good. Well, I can't wait to see Charlie get some food.
Oh yeah, Charlie in action is something to watch.
All right, kids. Now, this is the moment I've been waiting for. I know that Pete loves it as part of his job. Once a week during the summer months, once a fortnight during the winter, I believe.
That's right, yep.
And we're going to feed old Charlie here some chicken.
We are. So this is chicken we've prepared already. So this has been cut down. It's pieces, chicken pieces.
Okay.
If I gave him a whole chicken, he would grab it, he would crush it and swallow it down in a few seconds flat, which is okay for him. But what we're trying to do at the moment is we're trying to get Charlie to exercise a little bit.
Okay.
So he can't do a lot of exercise, so a smaller enclosure is not a problem for him because they are a relatively lazy creature.
Yeah.
Over-exercising can cause problems, but that doesn't mean we don't want him moving at all. Of
course.
So once a week when we feed him, we tend to get him jumping for his food, making work for it.
Okay.
That way it just gives him a bit of I guess get up and go and helps exercise and get those joints moving.
Very good.
He really likes his food, so he doesn't muck around with it either.
I don't imagine he does.
No.
So I'm going to let you get in there and do your thing.
Fantastic. I will.
I'm going to stay on the safety of this side of the glass, I think.
I wish I could too. And he already knows what's going on.
Go. Look how excited he is. Wow. That's amazing. Look at this. Yeah, Charlie's hungry. He's ready for a feed. Kids, check this out. Look at that bit of chicken. All right, so you can see Peter there. He's just waving the food around just so that Charlie can get a bit of exercise. Look at that. G'day, mate. Oh, wow.
It disappears pretty quickly, doesn't it?
That's gone, just like that, kids.
All right, you'll notice. At the moment, he doesn't care if I've got chicken on me or not. He's just looking to eat whatever's in the way, which would be me.
You want to keep those fingers well and truly out of there,
everybody. He's always very excited at first. Calms down pretty quickly. All right, Charlie, here we go. You ready? Good boy.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
And and chomp, chomp, chomp. Just like that, it's gone.
Okay, all right. Here we go, Charlie. Another one.
Here comes another piece, kids. Check this out.
Okay, I'm trying to get Charlie to turn away from me. Although sometimes that's difficult. I think Charlie thinks I'm a leg of chicken. This way, buddy. This way. Yep. You'll notice Charlie's not interested in the chicken.
No, he wants your arm.
He does. So this is our last piece right now. We'll make him work for it. Maybe this way a bit, buddy. Maybe this way, Charlie.
Look at him go.
Right now, he's far more interested in me than he is in the chicken.
Focus on the chicken, Charlie.
Okay, turn around, Charlie. Turn around.
Oh,
there you go, buddy.
mate.
Here we go. Ready? Oh, and he got it.
Look at him go.
There you go.
Hey, buddy.
Now, Charlie missed that last piece, but what will happen is, right now he's hunting on instinct because he knows I'm there and I feed him. What he's going to do in a moment is, once he realizes this session is over, he's going to turn around and then he'll start using sense of touch and he'll start moving around under the water and he'll find that piece of chicken that he dropped.
Yeah, right.
And then he'll eat that.
How cool. All right, Pete. Well, you've given us lots of information. I'm
Great.
sure the kids at home have loved learning all about crocs.
Excellent.
I've loved learning about them. I've loved holding the crocs. Kids, you know where to come if you want to learn more about crocs, if you want to hold or touch some of these beautiful animals. I think for now,
He's not going to come out.
we might just leave Charlie to find that fourth piece of chicken and we'll take off. Kids, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Pete, thanks very much for your time
more than
again.
welcome. Thanks for coming out.
We'll see you on our next video. Until then, stay keen.
See you later, guys.
you haven't already, make sure you get a grown-up to help you hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on any of the new and exciting videos that we put out. Speaking of new and exciting, if there's a video that you'd love to see Ozzie do, make sure you send us a message on our socials, on Facebook or Instagram at Ozzie for Kids. We'll see you again soon, kids. And until then, stay keen. Oh, and by the way, did you happen to find the hidden Ozzie icon in that video? Yeah, make sure you look closely because they're in every single video. That's right. Stay keen, kids.
Ozzie, 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 oi! Ozzie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of